and the only one who can save this city is a creature of the night.
Hey, Stud. I thought we had something together.
We do.
While she craves a romance she can sink her claws into,
You're catnip to a girl like me.
he plots a foul reign of destruction.
My dear penguins, thanks to Batman, the time has come to punish all of Gotham!
Hey guys, it's Pigalunk, and welcome to me and Movie Madness Reviews Batman Returns movie review. And if you do not know, me and Movie Madness Reviews are doing a collab videos. That means that we're doing the entire Batman saga, but both of each other will be in our videos. The first one was the first Batman review, and the 1989 version, and me and him reviewed that, and it's on his channel, so go check that out. I'll put a link in the description. But for now, we're talking about Batman Returns. So Batman Returns was a really darkish tone. Like the other one, it seemed like pale in comparison. Like, this was really just dark, like the penguins biting people's noses off, and you're just like, ow, ew, that looks disgusting. And Batman actually kills like the thugs that he fights for once, and it's just like a lot more violent and risque than any Batman movie has ever been, or any TV show has ever been. And so all the parents are like, no, I don't want my kids watching that. But as a standalone movie, this movie actually is not that bad. It's actually really well done. But it also has that really bizarre tone that Tim Burton has. I mean, I really usually don't mind Tim Burton movies. The two Tim Burton movies that I can't stand are Dark Shadows. I really didn't like that, and I really hated Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But this is one of his better ones because the dialogue is so crisp and well done, and all the actors perform at just their most. They're putting their A game onto the table in this movie, and you can totally tell because every single actor in this movie is working their hardest. The only person I have a problem with is Catwoman. I forgot her name, but she is so annoying. She's slutty, she's awful, she's not a good Catwoman. But Danny DeVito as the Penguin, best casting decision I've ever seen in my life. Like, he is the Penguin. He owns his role. I don't think there will ever be a better Penguin than how Danny DeVito plays this Penguin. It's just amazing. It's insane. I can't believe that no one else has even tried to make a better Penguin than him. He is the Penguin, and every time I see Danny DeVito, I'm just like, Penguin. But anyway, he owns his role. Batman, I actually didn't have too many problems with either. He sounds like, I'm Batman, but he really doesn't sound like George Clooney, which, I mean, the next one, in Batman Forever, really does. But for now, he doesn't sound like George Clooney. He sounds darkish, but he doesn't sound like he has throat cancer like Christian Bale. Even though I love Christian Bale's Batman, he does a great job. I think he likes his role. But the one huge problem I have with Batman Returns is the oddness of the whole thing. Like, there's just stuff that just wouldn't happen. You're like, oh right, this is a Tim Burton comic book movie. But anyway, Catwoman story I totally didn't buy. She falls off like a 5-story building, and then she falls to her death, and then a bunch of cats come and resurrect her, and now she has 9 lives. Well, when I accidentally trip and fall off a building, I'm counting on you, cats. We're supposed to believe that. But if it's like dark and realistic, and he's setting up this dark and realistic tone, then why do we have that? It just doesn't really make sense. I know I've been dragging on about this movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a really just great movie. It's not fantastic like people are saying. It's not as terrible as people are saying. This is the one that got the most mixed reviews out of all the Batman movies. I really enjoy this one. It's like my 3rd or 4th favorite. I really like it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Batman Returns is a great movie. Now, on to Movie Madness Reviews for his review of Batman Returns.
Wow, it's so cozy in here. man, Pickle Link's channel, I'm coming here to review every single movie now because he has the AC on, a flat screen, and a PS3. This place is awesome! Hello everybody, my name is Movie Madness Reviews, and I am here to review the 1992 Batman Returns. Let's go. So Batman Returns is directed by Tim Burton. It stars Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito. Now Michael Keaton reprises his role as Bruce Wayne in Batman. I think he kills it. I've never had a problem with what he had to do and portray as Batman. I've never had a problem. Michelle Pfeiffer, she is now starring in this film. She plays Selena Kyle and Catwoman. And for what she had to do, I think she's pretty good. Now, here, I'm going to do a little comparison for a second before I get to Danny DeVito's character. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman besides Anne Hathaway. I think Michelle Pfeiffer fit more into the Catwoman role. I think she was more loose than Anne Hathaway. I think Anne Hathaway was more like stiff and she didn't know what to do. She was okay in The Dark Knight Rises. They're both very sexy in the suit. But I think Michelle Pfeiffer is more loose and she was more aware of what she had to do and portray as the Catwoman. Now Danny DeVito as the Penguin, he's my favorite character in this film besides Batman. He's scary, witty, funny, he's cool. And you just really enjoy when he's on screen. His presence, you're just like, whoa. Like, when he walks on, you're like, he's going to do something weird that we're not expecting. He bites people's noses in this film, which is very shockingly for a Batman film, but I really do enjoy those portions of the movie. And Tim Burton's also back again, like I said, to direct Batman Returns, and he also directed the 1989 Batman. I love his style as him directing the Batman films. He directed the very first Batman great, but this one, he made the world darker than it was before, surprisingly. And I mean, this movie is okay. This movie's decent. This isn't my favorite Batman film. Batman Returns is not that good of a movie, in my opinion. I do enjoy it for what it is, but there's a reason why I do enjoy it for what it is, and that's because Tim Burton's directing style. What he did for this film was stunning and visually amazing for the 90s and 80s of that time. And in that generation, I think he killed it. He's amazing at what he had to do. He portrayed his directing spot greatly, and I'm very proud that he directed two great, solid Batman films, not like Batman and Robin. That never happened. Never happened. Even though I'm gonna have to review it later, never happened. Anyways. So just the way Tim Burton just did his, he just made Gotham City somewhere where I didn't want to live, someplace that scared me when I first saw these movies when I was a kid. I just didn't want to live in Gotham City. That's all I know. I was like, Mom, we're never moving to Gotham City if that was a real place. Not happening. But Tim Burton, I've never had a problem with his directing at all for the Batman films. This movie's not perfect. Only reason why I did like it, though, for the second reason why I did like it, is that he showed for the very first time, I mean, he showed a little bit in the 1989 Batman with Jack Nicholson, but he really shows that Batman could be a dark and gritty character, and that's what I love about this movie. This is what makes me enjoy it so much, is that the way the city's built and made, it's creepier than before, and also is that he shows Batman grittier and darker, and that's why I honestly think, if it wasn't for Batman Returns, I honestly think we wouldn't have such a dark Batman this generation. I think we would still, it might be a little dark, but I think it wouldn't be as dark as we have gotten, and I'm very happy that Tim Burton actually, had the balls and the courage to, actually make Batman a dark and creepy character for kids that feel a little bit uncomfortable. I saw this movie when I was little, and Danny DeVito as the Penguin, man, he is creepy. Like, it's like when he's on screen, he has a presence. Like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, not much of a presence as that, but when Danny DeVito comes on screen, you're just like, whoa, something weird and something you're not gonna expect, possibly funny or just creepy. You're not gonna see it coming, and that's what I really love. Danny DeVito's character is very unpredictable. Michael Keaton, he's unpredictable too, but Michelle Pfeiffer, she was decent. All in all, the acting was fair. It was fair enough for a Batman film. Yes, you have to act for all the movies that people are in, but you don't have to be the best actor to be in Batman and Batman Returns. So, what the film was and what it had to do and the objective to entertain an audience and bring a dark Batman film for once before, because a dark film's never been showed before, in a Batman. The 1989 version was it was, but this is a darker version, and people in my opinion, really didn't expect this. And that's why I think I enjoyed it so much. That's why I enjoyed it so much, and I had such a great time with this film. The action in this film, I feel, is just as the same in the 1989 Batman, which is kind of disappointing. He only made it a few years after the first Batman came out. He made Batman Returns a few years, after it came out. So, the action's still pretty the same. It's just the action that you're going to see in 80s and 90s movies. So I'm not shocked with that, but the action's the same, so I didn't expect much with that. Like I said, the acting's fair for a Batman film. The dialogue in this movie, it's okay. Some of the things, like Michelle Pfeiffer, she'll do something, and I remember there's one scene, I think this one scene, this building explodes behind her, and she goes, meow. I'm like, really? Are you... Whatever, I'll let it slide. We're in the 90s, let's just let it slide, act like it didn't happen, whatever. But honestly, man, really? Meow? Come on, I know she's Catwoman, but that was so stupid. But some people like it, some people don't. I thought that was just very generic, but who cares? This is a fun film, you know, it's a fun action film, it's a fun comic book film. And that's all I really gotta say. My final rating for Batman Returns is an 8 out of 10. Like I said, not my favorite Batman film. But some people, this is their all-time favorite Batman film, but for me, it's not. It's okay. So that's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And the reason why it's such a high score, because I bet throughout this whole review, you're like wondering why I give it such a high score, because, you know, I'm like raving about it and I've been bashing on it. But only reason why I give it such a high score for an 8 out of 10 is because the way it was directed and what it was objected to do. It was made to entertain the audience that was watching it. It was made to be a comic book movie, and I think it killed it for the objective. It reached that mark. It might maybe have went above, because they just wanted to entertain the audience with a good Batman film, and it portrayed Batman as a dark character. So I give this film an 8 out of 10. Like I said, thank you so much, Pig and Link, for letting me be on your channel. I had such a great time reviewing Batman Returns. Now, don't forget, coming soon on my channel, my Movie Madness Review channel, me and Pigaloink are reviewing Batman Forever. That will be next, so I'll be reviewing Batman Forever. Then Pigaloink will be, you know, Batman and Robin will be on Pigaloink's channel, and then we will start the Dark Knight trilogy, which will be coming very soon. After those reviews, I'm very excited to review those. So that's all I gotta say. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I had so much fun time here, Pigaloink, reviewing a movie with you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Movie Madness Reviews, signing out.